Oh, here for another Pauper video. Got something a little special today. No more Egg Tron, at least for right now. My schedule's pretty packed this week, so no challenges for me. So I'm kind of just messing around, uh, having some fun. So we're on Turbo Tron. A lot of card changes here. The whole goal of this is I want to set up my flicker lock as soon as possible, quickly as possible, and as resilient as possible. Current Tron lists are a little bit more dirtily, we'll call it, and that they mostly just kind of want to sit there and eventually get the lock rather than just turbo the lock. So the things I have changed to make it a lot faster is no more Pulse of Marasa, uh, and no more Impulse. Instead, as well as no more Mystical Teachings. Instead, we are on Malevolent Rumble. Dig deeper and quicker. Puts us in cards in the graveyard, lets you cast it turn 2 off an Ent Tron land hand, which is pretty nice. Visionary's Dance I just don't like. It being 2 cards is not quite it. Plus, late to dinner, so it fuels your creatures in your yard. You take a Tron land, put a Muldrifter or Wall in, then you late to dinner it. Pretty awesome. Then we are on 2 Ephemerate, 2 Ghostly Flicker, 1 extra effect. I almost did 5, and in the end I did an extra prism, because the prisms are still pretty important. They're really great. I love prism, so. 2 prohibits still, just for once we get the lockup, but the Rumble, the late to dinner package is really nice. Generous Cycle into late to dinner. 2 food tokens off it, as well as the body, gonna be real nice. It's quicker than Pulse of Marasa for slightly less life. And without teachings, we don't really need to be on Pulse. I cut teachings mostly because I'm trying to be quicker, and when we aren't being turbo, we have Bonder's Ornament to tap, so teachings is a lot harder to find time to want to be casting it these days. Sideboard. Bog. Sideboard rather than main deck, because I don't think there's enough graveyard decks that I want to just waste the slot on. It's so slow, tapped and everything, and hurts your mana base really badly. So I just don't want to run it main deck, because anytime it's in your hand, it feels terrible. It's not one of your 19 lands, it's just an extra card. 2 De Nova Horrors for the matchups where I want to target my opponent's permanents and be a bit more proactive on the board, rather than just hold up Prohibit, Tron Mirrors, stuff where there's a lot of matchups I'll be bringing it in. 2 Weather Storm, Burn is still a deck, it's still good. I still have a terrible win rate against it. 2 Ancient Grudge rather than 1. I'm on 0 copies of Mystical Teaching, so I need the extra copy to fight over Graveyard Hate. Then 4 Pyro, 4 Hydro, the classic over there. Let's get to it. Full disclosure, I have done a league off camera. I didn't finish it. I went 1 and 2 because I changed some things. It had some issues. So I'm hoping this list will be a lot better. Oh yeah, we're going to keep this. It does have the refractor, so it's a little awkward, but any land or ent is pretty awesome. So there's 17 more lands, 4 more ents. So that's the 21 of, and I get to see 2 draw steps plus refractor before I miss it. Mountain, yeah. Such is the fate. My hand's pretty decent, at least. Grab the mine. Then we can go with a rumble. Pick up another mine. Not the best rumble, but now we're not drawing those cards at least. Then next turn we can go wall rumble, continue to dig. I still have prohibit up here thanks to the spawn token. Gutter Snipe is probably the scariest card our opponent can play. Fire Breather is nice though, because we can get a good old prohibit, and then I can wall up that prohibit. Puts us in a very solid position. I'm not going to rumble. I'll hold up Prohibit. He knows I have it, but that's fine. I'll just use it aggressively. Offensive land choice from our opponent. Okay, he just passes here. That's an awesome draw. It cuts me off. I think I'm going to Mull Drifter because I want to continue holding up Prohibit and draw lands. I'm going to Rumble for a land. I don't want to cycle the Ent because I want to play the Ent. That's a little awkward. I want the second wall. Does the forest get me anything playing it here? Yeah, it lets me cast Ephemerate this turn. I think that's better than grabbing anything else. Pretty huge. Cast nothing there. That's insane. So we'll block an Ephemerate. Like the worst way I could have tapped it, but that's fine. Force him to use some burn on my Mull Drifter. Turn this into a 1-for-1. That's fine. As is that. Because we've got Generous Intent coming, and now he's tapped out, so I can go Ephemerate for Ephemerate on my wall. Let's start there. If he wants to Fire Blast my wall, I guess he gets me. We're just going to gain the life now because I don't have the land drop, so I can't hold up Prohibit. 16 life, opponent on what? Well, we're technically at 14 life because of the Lava Dart. Now I've got double Ephemerate with Generous Ent. Gain 6 life a turn. As long as we untap, we're pretty good. We might not untap. Our opponents have a lot of land drops. Let's have a Flame Breather on the table. We're at 9. Whoa, discarding Gutter Snipe. Going for the kill right here. I respect it. I think that's the proper play. If he had Fire Blast, we're dead. If he doesn't, we're fine. Looks like he does, because he's going for it. Yeah, we weren't beating that with this draw anyways. It took us 24 cards to find our 6 of life gain, or our 7 of life gain, so is what it is. Bring in Weather, bring in Hydro. Got Thunder. Got Moment's Peace. I don't know what else I want to cut. Maybe just Ephemerate. Yeah, late to dinner end would have been nice there. What a bizarre hand. This is a mulligan, right? No, maybe it's not. It's got conduit pylons for the hydro. A lot closer to Tron than it looks like. Just believe in the heart of the cards. I can go in my graveyard. Yeah, we'll counter that. Answer the snacker now. That's a pretty awesome draw. Drawing to a 12 of for Tron. That's fine. I just wanted to delay the snacker for as long as possible. There we go. Alright, he probably has some hate like a pyro here. So maybe I just go double crop rotation, play the prism, work from there. Yeah, I'm gonna ornament. We don't. Man, Weather the Storm would be a nice draw. And then I can flicker both prisms for a draw too on his turn. I'll do it in response to the Gutter Snipe. Card is so good against us. Yeah, he's gonna pyro it. We don't take the damage from it this way. But now we can cast the Mole Drifter. Ooh, we can wall. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna nix the Mole Drifter for one turn, cantrip this Ghostly Flicker, and then pyro afterwards. I guess if he Fire Blasts my guy, it's whatever, but +1 card is nice when I'm so low on cards, you know? And then we can kill this Gutter Snipe before it, well, kills me. Taking 2. That's another Fire Breather effect, alright. Late dinner would probably be my best draw right now because it gets me a Mole Drifter and 2 life. Inner Sense not bad either. Weather the Storm is probably our best draw. I mean, that's always going to be our best draw. It's a disgusting amount of life. Alright, he is tapping out, which means we do get this Mole Drifter off. Yeah, you go face there. Hard cast it. I do want the body. Okay. There's late to dinner. Do I tap out? Kind of have to. Alright. I don't know if we're going to untap, but if we do, we win. Has 1 Lava Dart, which is now a Lightning Bolt. Double Lava Dart. Any spell, we're dead. Looks like we're dead. Yeah. Have I ever mentioned how much I hate playing against Burn? What a miserable deck. I think its existence is necessary, but man, do I hate playing against it. I always lose like that, man. Trying to think if I could have played it differently. The only real choice I made that mattered was the last turn where I hardcasted Muldrifter versus Evoking, but I think hardcasting is reasonable there. We're at 11. He only has 3 cards in hand. More than likely, he's going to want to flashback a looting rather than just kill me there, top deck the extra damage from that. Yeah, this hand's solid. Floodplain makes me think of familiars. Yeah, we're grabbing that Tron land. And familiars are not really interested in a quick end, so probably won't go for it. Augur. Missed. Ouch. Prophetic Prism. This draws more cards, because I do want Tron. I know I could technically Ornament, but I don't think casting Ornament there does a whole lot. Whoa. Okay. Now we can play it, though. Is this Jeskai, if I'm right? I vaguely remember a deck that did this stuff. There's no snowlands, though, so this makes me think Familiars maybe just running Ornament. There is an Ephemerate. Finds Counterspell. Maybe it is a control deck. Maybe I do want late to dinner on Generosent. Kind of just want to draw cards, though. I feel like that's just not it. Yeah, you can Ephemerate your Augur, that's fine. Farming Mystic is pretty solid, sure. Is Counterspell up? I'll just draw off Ornament. We failed the fast Tron check, so play it slower. Let me remove that attack step stop. There we go. Yeah, not much I can do about that. Missed land drop? Or did he play it earlier? I wasn't paying attention, to be honest. I think he played it earlier. I'm gonna hardcast it just to make him remove it. I want to see what he's on for removal. There's a snap that's gonna really suck because we don't have Tron. Oh, those are snow covered. I thought they weren't. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I really need Tron. Basically at our last chance to possibly hit it. All right. That's great. Halfway through my deck. I'm just gonna die to the birds because I don't even have a fog yet. He's digging for something after seeing all these cards, so at least it's not just me. I mean, he counterspell, sure. Well, I might as well fight over the counterspell here. I want my Muldrifter on the table. That's insane, though. What is this? Mana base. Tron's mana base is greedy. Lets it happen. I think that's pretty reasonable. Now I have him on board, which is pretty nice. He gets a counterspell, sure, whatever. Still really, really, really need Tron. Oh my goodness, thank you. Okay, get to play Magic now. I think we're gonna lead with Late to Dinner on Generous End. Get some food tokens going. And then I'm no longer dead. Cast the Muldrifter if it eats a counter, sure. If it doesn't, sure. And pass the turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 5, 6, 10, 11, 13 damage. Like if he removes both of them, I am in fact dead. But it took us just way too long to find Tron, so I don't know. Any games where it's this late where your opponent has a very aggressive start and card advantage generation is pretty rough. Thankfully, he didn't have an Archaeomancer yet. If he had an Archaeomancer, this game was over about 5 turns ago. That's a great sign for me. Sure. He only has 6 snowlands, so he can't just spread the Generous End. He might just ephemerate this Muldrifter when I block it. Yeah, that's also fair. He wants to flicker a Augur there, that's fine. What are the odds he's on Lightning Bolt? I'll respect Lightning Bolt. Just F6 now. I can scribe my Generous End if he wants. That's why I was considering leaving up the mana, but I feel like respecting Lightning Bolt's a little too important. We're very, very, very close to stabilizing. Alright, Generson's now probably dead. Still has the water skin to do it. Yeah. Question is, does he have counterspell number 3 or not? I'll find out. Because I still haven't found a single fog. Okay, there we go. And if he has the counter, sure. I'm gonna upkeep fog. I don't think I care. And I do, but I don't think I can care, I guess. I need this Moment's Peace to resolve. Cool. He's digging. Probably for counterspells 3 and 4. You're top 2 bottom. You're top 2 bottom. If it can take us almost 30 cards to fight Tron, our opponent can get a little unlucky too. Alright, what does this do? Oh, it's just a fog. Wow, okay. Strat Confection in your base blue-white deck is something. Who has the red source? I should have flickered in response to that Mystic while he was only on 3 mana. We're still just gonna jam. I've got extra copies in hand, so. Outcome of this doesn't really matter to me. I just need to play it. It's 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15 mana, so I can under for 13 and still die on board. Doesn't seem very good to me. Drawn basically all of the got what, 1 forest and 1 filter land left in our deck, and ideally we see a counter spell, but more than likely we're gonna see a Scred. Yeah. Spoke too soon on drawing more basics. At least that's good. Yeah, we're just gonna flicker the two Mole Drifters for 4 cards. Yeah, you draw more cards. 4 Ephemerates is pretty crazy. Oof. Worried he would be on Dispels on top of counter spells. Kinda have to fight. We only have the 1 Fog in our graveyard. That's not enough to potentially win this game. In fact, we probably just lost right here. Now, if he has Counterspell 4, Dispel 2, we're just dead. And he can just hit Archaeomancy. That's 17 cards. There's no way he's not going to have it at this rate. That's a pretty good draw. I gain the life and sure. Draw your cards. Basically, our only hope is somehow catch him without a counterspell and Rolling Thunder him for 20 damage, which we are pretty far from. 12, 17, 18, 19 mana. I guess we're 1 tower away. That's crazy. Extract a Confession in your blue-white, barely red deck. This has got to be Archaeomancer, right? Okay. That's fair. There it is. Yeah? You grabbing. Am I right? Yeah. It's about GG here. We took way too long to get set up. I'd let that resolve too if I were him. Kind of bait. He just gets Ephemerate for Ephemerate for Ephemerate here. I don't like that third Ephemerate. I think he should have gone for a counter there because you have 4 mana up. Now he only has 3 with a counter spell. There is a very small world where I win this game if he misplays. I don't even have Fog 2. It's in the bottom 21 cards of our deck. I also don't have the mana to kill him. Let's start with Rumble. I need to hit that Fog. Okay, there's a Fog. Wall. There's that counter spell. Oh, you're Archaeomancer. Wall for Ghostly Flicker or Ephemerate? No, late to dinner. Yep. And we lose to another counterspell anyways, so let's just late to dinner you and grab a Ghostly Flicker. Let's just grab the Moment's Piece to hand, maybe. Now let's grab Ghostly Flicker. And then we can upkeep Fog You. If you had another counter, you would have played it by now. Did he just top deck it? He just top decked it. Okay. I guess. He had seen just about all of his deck. Fair enough, fair enough. Moment's Peace out. Rolling Thunder out. Fog in. Pyroblast in. Don't know what I want to cut. Maybe just a crop rotation. Don't any number of Hydroblast? Probably not. Got Prohibit. The Zero Lander. That's awesome. Alright. Let's lead with Refractor. Cool. Prism. And then I'll just double Rumble here. That seems rather premature, but sure. Yeah, we'll keep. Almost definitely cycling you for a forest. I want to guarantee I hit 3 mana, so decent draw. He leaves up mana, we're probably just gonna go tap land plus Prism. He taps out, we're slamming Bonder's Ornament. That's enough of a tap out. He might have stuff to counter an ornament, but that's fine, I guess, if he does. I think getting it on the table is pretty huge for when I do draw Tron. It's going to be nice. Yeah, we're going to Pyro that. No Divination on my watch. Can I get my own Divination? If I draw Tower, we can immediately late to dinner it, so we'll tap it like that. Not quite. We're tapped out now, but that's fine. What a mana base. Guess it's for Extract a Confession. No tower. Take the wall. Love to see it. We're just going to develop some ornaments here, I think. One way to generate a mana advantage, right? Who needs Tron when you draw triple ornament? What's this? Mystical Teachings. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it gets a counterspell. That's fair. I guess he conceded game 2 so early because he's so behind on clock. Makes some sense. Murmuring Mystic, huh? Yeah, that's a pretty free pyro. Even if he counters it, it works out for us, and if he doesn't, we answer his Mystic. It's probably GG for our end, because now we get to go wall into Ephemerate, pyro your Mystic. I have the mana. Yeah, I do have the mana even if I whiff here, which we did again. Do I want the regular land drop? No. Not particularly. And I do want to aggressively answer this Mystic, I think. And then we can bog away that Teachings. Cut off any Archaeomancer lines. Who needs Tron halfway through your deck? Not me. Definitely not me. Wish I had it. Double Scred, alright. I dig the line. We will cast it on our spawn here. I don't want to lose it. Well, I can just double draw off Ornament here. I think that's the play. Man, would Tron be nice? Double counterspell hit. Alright, fair enough. Can counter it. Extremely aggressive. I don't really need that. He probably has Archaeomancer in hand then, which is really unfortunate because we don't have a flicker, nor do we have Tron. Going so well until we have seen 36 cards. Yeah. If I draw Tron, this is still fine, but I'm running out of time because he's way ahead on cards. If I don't get the mana advantage, he's just going to be able to set up his combo first. Solid draw. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. This is actually ridiculous. I'm 1 mana short to just go late to dinner with Prohibit backup afterwards. Is the double pyro, sure. And then I guess I just draw with Ornament and hope he doesn't have Archaeomancer. That's all 4 counterspells he's found. Alright. Water Skin, sure. Pretty good. Preordained, sure. Tron would have made this game easy because I get to leverage my mana advantage, but as it is, I'm just his deck but slower. Going well when we had the triple ornament, but that's not doing anything now that the game has slowed down. I still don't have Tron. 40 cards in! Oh my god, man. Ridiculous. Kind of just have to jam into him and eventually fight through it. He has a Dispel, which is why I'm kind of trying to be a little cheeky with it. Alright, who draws their thing first? I mean, I'm just going to draw off an Ornament and step here. Got counter Dispel. And I just have to hope he doesn't hit Archaeomancer before I can fight through his counters. I think I'm just going to cycle this Generous Ent just for a land drop. And filter my deck, I guess. Genuinely insane that we haven't hit it yet. Archaeomancer. Yeah. If he has double counter here, we lose. If he has single counter, we can still get there. Alright, caught him with his pants down. And the Pyroblast. That's awesome, actually. I might have just won the game because he misplayed. It's too aggressive. He's got 3 mana again. Let's grab Prohibit or Pyro. Let's grab Pyro. He probably has a Scred in hand. And I have this late to dinner combo here. I want to play it a little bit slower. Augur's fine. He's used up the counter spell. He only has 1 Ephemerate left in his deck, which is very, very beatable. Cleansing Wildfire. Wow. Alright, we'll go for a flicker here. I figured he had a Scred, which is why I went for late to dinner Pyro. Joke's on you, I haven't even gotten close to Tron yet. But I do still want to eventually draw it. He's got 2 cards in hand, Lorien and a Mystery, so if he casts Lorien there, I will Pyro it. Okay. I got excited for a second. Curse you, game. Session. Yep. Alright, that is... I'll finish this later. Hopefully. I'm really busy this week, so this is all the time I have. I don't know why I'm saying this when I'm going to put the videos together, but whatever. It's been a few days since I got back to this league, but I'm finally able to come here and finish it. I thought I wasn't going to be available until next week, but I actually managed to get today off. So there might be a challenge video coming later too if I can manage to get into it and finish it before I have my afternoon plans. Yeah, we'll keep this. I won't be playing the weekend qualifier. Always red, man. My schedule just doesn't line up. I work that day. And depending on how fast they are, turn 4, or if I can hit Tron would be nice, but we'll still be able to late to dinner this Genercent. Oh, it's the black variant. They're a bit slower, so that's good. Kitchen Imp is solid, though. There we go. Um, yeah, let's go Rumble. Pick up a Drifter. And Energy Refractor. And next turn we can late to dinner this Generous End, and then we already have the walls with the Ephemerate, which is then the Prohibit, which is awesome. We've been filling our graveyard. If you play Spellbomb here, I guess we cry a little. We're 8. Pretty spooky, but we are about to gain a good chunk of life here. That change? No, I don't do that. Generous End. We're gonna immediately gain some life here. I'll hold back the spawn. I don't think this is the style of deck that can kill from 11. I don't even know if they run Fire Blast or not. And I might want to block the Epicure and crack the food token. Yeah, it's fine. Got 12 here. That's a little awkward. I need land drops pretty badly in order to abuse Flicker a bit better. I'll put a Mole Drifter in the graveyard and miss our land drop. That might kill us. I think I'm best served evoking another Mole Drifter compared to just playing Bonder's Ornament. Tron land's going to be significantly better. Alright. Wow. That sucks. He might kill us now. Yeah? Oh. No, that's still lethal. Okay. I guess I cut an ornament in the wall. Do I want Grudge? Maybe -1 late to dinner for Grudge. Probably only 1. I don't think I'm gonna do 2. It's double tap land. Or in essence, because it's tap land into end. I don't think that's a keep. Alright. Gotta get rid of 2. I think my best bet is getting Ornament online on turn 3. Play this out in case he's on some weird land destruction. And then we'll wait on the rotation in case I top deck something like, gosh, the name is eluding me right now. Weather the Storm. Sorry, I just woke up. So we're going to tap the ornament now. If he has Artifact Destruction, he'll fire it off, and I don't want to get my ornament destroyed in response and be on a Ghostly Flicker plus nothing hand. We did Mole extremely low. Discarding Lightning Bolt. I don't think that's a good play. I mean, you have the Spell Bomb in response to my late to dinner now, so I guess that's good for you. But also, if you had just played Burn Spells, I'm a sitting duck here. I don't have anything going on. Hard cast it. He has the Pyro, I've got the Hydro. Yeah, I'll gain 9 life. That'll buy me some time. Fair enough. I think it's a pretty reasonable time to crack it. Yeah, I'll happily trade, and then I get to late to dinner. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna take the 2 here. I got Weather the Storm. I'm just gonna start attacking them. I guess because you had the snacker and we're worried about the trade. I was thinking why you would do it pre-combat or post-combat. Oh, that's fine. Hopefully we draw some lands in the middle of all of this cantripping. There we go. That's both of my Ephemerates. Could get ugly. But I'm also at 32 now, where you've got double ornament. I will block. Take 3. Bomb 2 is pretty good, now that we're down both of our Ephemerates. think the game's still pretty winnable. In fact, I think I might just smack my opponent for 2 here. Play a land and say go. And draw 2 cards off ornament. Might as well. Low magical line. There we go. Kind of just want to save my Hydro for any potential pyros. I'm starting to wonder if he's on any. I'm probably not. I will counter the draw 2 half. I don't really care about the 2 damage. Don't really need more mana, so I'll go Conduit Pylons for the Surveil. Drifter's awesome. I don't really want to lose my Drifter. I have to win the game. I'll just keep eating attacks from snackers. He has 3 Faithless Looting in the yard. So we'll probably just eat those. That's fine. There we go. I should be able to start winning now. Lightning Bolt my Drifter. Yeah, I'm not fighting over that. There's Snacker number 3, which is pretty annoying. There's Ancient Grudge, which I have been looking for. Let's smack him for 5 first. I don't know why you wouldn't block with a Snacker at this point. Unless they've got some... No weird clauses on there. I haven't found any walls. Do I want to Sorcery Speed? No, I'll just pass. I guess you should probably bring in Bojuka Bog. It's probably pretty free. I don't know. I feel like by the time I care about Snackers coming back a bunch and these Faithless Lootings, game's usually going to be over. So I'm better off just waiting it out. There's a wall. That should be enough for me to win. Alright, we're gonna blow up your spell bomb. You can draw a card, I don't care. Lose double ephemerate. Now, there's probably a world where I can play wall and try and bait it all, but I think this is just an easier line. I'm just gonna Hydroblast as 1/1. And then wall it back. Do I want to play Mole Drifter? Yeah, I'll play Mole Drifter. Prohibit's awesome. I still haven't found Lightning Bolt it. That's such an odd line. Why would you do it post-combat? Do it pre-combat or pre-combat damage so that I can't just do this for free. Come on, man. Get real. Not be trying to win through value here, man. It's not gonna work. I'll counter it. You want to food blood token them up? Sure, but I'm not giving you the, Oh, wow, alright. Fair enough. You have another. I'll prohibit that. You don't have the lands to do that, dude. It won't work. Wait till next turn. There we go. Should be able to kill next turn, guaranteed then. Yeah, I don't really care. I've got everything. I'm not gonna sit here and rumble trying to find the second wall. Even if he brings back the snackers, it doesn't matter. They're tapped and I've got 19 damage on board. Alright, on the draw. Significantly harder half. Yeah, so basically Spellbomb sucks. I don't know. Hydroblast I don't think is any good, actually. I didn't see any Pyros or anything. I'd rather just fight over my Flicker Lock. I didn't see any hate for Bonder's Ornament. Means we just bring an Ancient Grudge and weather the storm. Over Moment's Peace and Rolling Thunder. Really figured my opponent would bring in Pyros against me, but I guess not. Yeah, this hand's solid. Turn 3 Genercent. Oh, I thought for a second I pressed 2, and I almost passed my turn. Been a while since I fat fingered like that. Probably looting into Kitchen Imp or whatever it is. Oh, just highway robbery. Sure. Tractor. Nice. And I'm still gonna crop rotate here, I think. If he has the artifact destruction that we didn't see game 1, then I guess he's got me. Or game 2. Grab the prize for double snacker. Yeah, alright. Pretty good. He might just burn me out. Technically don't have anything up, but next turn we can get some good Weather the Storm stuff off. I'd rather have the body of the Muldrifter to block a snacker, even if it's just a trade, or a Kitchen Imp, which is even better. I feel like this is one of their better draws as far as their typical game plan. I don't know if it's going to work out for them, but 4 of their good creatures that are their consistent source of damage. Mono Red is just so much stronger. I know they kind of play around Hydroblast better. But man, Mono Red is a lot stronger. Alright. Solid draw. I think what we're going to do is we're going to hold priority, cast Mnemonic Wall, with it on the stack, Weather the Storm, and then check this out. Weather the Storm again. Bam! And then we've got Genercent to stonewall my opponent. I'll trade the 1 damage now to ensure he doesn't get more chip damage later. Any spell bomb? Okay. I vest. I didn't expect that. I guess I've been had. Do you have Spellbomb's last card? That would actually get me pretty good, eating 2 walls. Guess not. Alright, let's rumble. Tractor, milling a grudge. That seems pretty good. I put like this. On my card. I'm just going to start attacking them. Your last hope to top deck it. I can take 14 or 4 pretty safely, I guess. Divest got me pretty good. If he's got the spell bomb, I'm in a little bit more trouble. But if he doesn't, this game's pretty over. Guess not. We get to freestorm it. Doesn't really matter. And then we go late to dinner. Grab late to dinner. Late to dinner. Grab weather the storm. Probably should have done this first in case I hit ephemerate, but that's okay. And then gain a bunch of life and I win on the board. This draw wasn't even that bad. I think this deck is just that much weaker than mono red. Yeah, that's fine. Just gonna draw a card though. Did misplay this game. Don't think it's gonna matter. Especially because I top deck Flicker. Can mill a good spell into my yard. No, but I won't keep that. I'm gonna smack him. And then I am gonna Flicker, draw some cards. Apparently you can now always yes this. I keep forgetting. Oop. Always yes. Always yield. I don't think I want to save targets though. I technically can't Flicker anymore, but I don't think that matters. I've got Weather the Storm. I'll just put a stop on Zinstep. Work from there. Yeah, he's not even attacking with the Snackers anymore. The writing's on the wall. Let's attack with Ent. I don't think I need to trade with Muldrifters that aggressively yet. Maybe once I get a counterspell. That first, or that way. Sure. Sure. Where's the counterspell? I'll get off the big Weather the Storm though. There's only 16 cards left in my library, and I didn't bring in Thunder, so I do have to be slightly careful. But with the double Generous End and all that, I don't think I'm that concerned. If he fires this off at a Muldrifter, the game's already over. Game is very over then. Still have 2 more Generous Ends in our deck too. I might end up drawing more cards anyways, just because. Great. Sure. 12, yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I'm just gonna let everything resolve. It's whatever. It enters tapped, you're dead on board. Free counter. You've got nothing in hand. You're stuck trying to hit Fiery Temper off the top, which maybe you do. Haven't hit too many, and your deck is getting pretty small. I could flicker it back, but my opponent's dead on board. Alright. Doing one. Not quite convinced this deck is better than eggs for me right now. Especially, I'm having a lot of fun with eggs. Oh, you guys get to see my money spread, I guess. I don't know if I'd change this list or not. I do really like the Rumbles, but I wish I had a little bit more life gain. Candy Trail Marauder are nice. I don't know. Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll cycle the Generous End. Guarantee land drop 3. Actually, another burn deck. Yeah, we'll cycle it. 3 out of 4, man. Kinda getting sick of seeing it. That's a nice draw. That is not a nice flip, though. If I can get turn 3 Tron, it might work out. But I need to top deck a Tron land now with this hand. Does it get to go crop rotation into Prism into Wall for Ephemerate or Late to Dinner? I'm just gonna take one. Got the Gutter Snipe. Yeah, we're probably dead now. I need a Tron land to win this game now. It's over. Okay. Yeah, I feel pretty dead right now. Still haven't hit it. At this point, even if I hit it, it's way too late. I didn't even hit it. Okay. 8 of. For the other Tron land. Oh, 20 cards. Yeah. I'm just gonna F6, it's over anyways. Missing Tron against the aggro deck as usual is kind of terrible. I'm gonna concede. That's ridiculous. Just matchups where fog doesn't work really suck, because you can't just rely on your fog to get you to buy the time for Tron. This is mono red, so I do want all my Hydro Blasts. One Bonders. It's so slow. Maybe I cut a Refractor as well. Slow down a little bit on the mana situation. Do I want Grudges? A lot of times I'm probably just crop rotating for blue and stuff like that. Maybe it's Rumble that's out. Is that crazy? Yeah, it's pretty crazy. I need Tron. Way too badly. I think I keep a Refractor on. Maybe just cut all the ornaments. Go down to one. I really hate bringing in Grudge. Like, it's really only good if I have late to dinner or nothing else, but I feel like I'm better off just trying to brute force through them. His Graveyard hate. An ornament's just so slow, that's why I'm cutting it. I mean, it's got Hydroblast and Weather, but it's completely lacking Tron. Mulligan. Oh boy. I have 4 Generous Sense and 7 green sources. Only 11 plus the... I cut 2 rocks, so we're on 8 rocks, 19. I've got 2 draws. I think that's better than mulling to 5. I'm likely to hit a creature off a Rumble or a Generous Sense, so I think I want the Hydroblast in case I do hit it and he has a Gutter Snipe. There we go. We're gonna grab green-blue right here. That way next turn I can potentially Hydroblast. Maybe it's green. No, it's gotta be green-blue. Hydroblast is better and I can late to dinner in the future. Yeah, because the Flame Breathers. He could have Gutter Snipe, but we're just gonna fire off the Hydro now. Ooh. I think I'm gonna take the Forest here. I'm gonna play our other Rumble. I think I'm at a high enough lifetime. I'm not worried about him killing me right now. I'd rather have Energy Refractor in this matchup, but the next turn we can go Refractor, Crop Rotation, all that nice stuff. I'll take 2, whatever, 14. And I guess it's possible he has Triple Bolt Fire Blast, but Doesn't feel super likely. He has a Fire Blast in hand because that's the only time you do that. Alright, let's grab our power plant. I think I'd rather do this. Ephemerate it. If he wants to exile my Ephemerate by bolting a Muldrifter, he's certainly welcome to. Smash? Sure, it's fine. I got my value. I'm okay with you lava darting it. I'll put that on top. And then we late to dinner. We're at a high enough life total. I'm just gonna get cards. Play the Bonder's Ornament, and I do have Prohibit up as well. Even if he smashes, fine. Grab the prize. I will prohibit that, and if you pyro me, you pyro me. That's fine. Get out of your hand. Yeah, I'll trade Muldrifter for a Lava Dart and an Epic here all day long. Our opponent's draw was not that great that game. Ours was a little slow, but once it got going, like once we got past the turn 4 awkwardness, their draw was very powerful. Get smash, which means my boarding is about how I expected it would be. Okay with everything. Being on the draw is significantly scarier than on the play. Yeah, we'll keep this. It's got double prism, prohibit, crop rotation. In worst case, he's got fire breather into like double smash, I guess. That would suck. He might have smash here, which we can't really play around it, and we have a backup prism anyways, so it's fine. Figured. There's no real point in playing around it, just passing is worse than running into it. I have to respect a smash from my opponent now. Fire breather. I think what I'm gonna do is actually crop rotate. I should have done the mine because I already have one in hand. Though I guess there's a chance. I'm gonna get conduit pylon as an additional colored source. Yeah, we can put that in our graveyard and reanimate it right here. Or do I just want to rumble in hopes of hitting Tron? I think I'm better off reanimating it and hoping he can't kill me from 13 with a dinner scent on the table. If we untap, we've got double food token prohibit. That's a good sign. All right. Uh, yeah, we're gonna rumble. Hmm. Got the forest here. Got basically a mono blue hand. I think I'm gonna grab Generous Ent. We'll pass. Now I've got Prohibit or Double Food Sack. Okay. With Double Prohibit, I feel like I just want to pass the turn, and if he doesn't do anything, I can just end step Ghostly Flicker. They have enough sorcery speed casting that should be okay. Just gonna prohibit pretty aggressively here. It's a really nice top deck. Get a fresh hand. I don't know if I would have played that land out. Wall gets back late to dinner, but it taps me out. Man, missing Tron here is absolutely murdering me. Actually, maybe we just get back crop rotation. Except that if he top decks the kill, he top decks the kill. He could have Pyroblast, but he just spent it on my Prohibit last turn, so I don't think he does. Yeah, let's grab crop rotation and guaranteed Tron next turn. That puts me at 10 life on the board. Yeah, we're blocking. Don't know what you're up to, but we block there every time. Apparently nothing. I think I'm just gonna go Generous Ent number 2 first. Pass. I have double flicker. So either go for the Mole Drifter or just start. I think I'm just gonna start smacking them for 10 and flicker my Generous Ents. Hard cast Fire Blast. Yeah, that's pretty reasonable. I think I'm not even gonna target my wall. I'm just gonna gain 6 here. I have a second flicker in hand. And then this one, I will target my wall. And if he has something, he has something. I'm at 14. I'm feeling fairly safe. Or as safe as one can be. He red blasted. Yeah, that's okay. Figured that was coming eventually. I don't have a Hydro Blast, so I can't really be as aggressive with the guarding stuff. Alright, let's just evoke it. I don't need the body, so. Pretty great. I'm gonna smack him for 10. And then we'll gain 9 life. And it's possible he kills me. Doesn't feel likely, but it is possible. You have to hit a pretty good string of spells. I haven't seen a single Hydro Blast. This game would have been a lot easier with one. Caustic Flame Breather has done so much damage. Yeah, we take the 2. That's not gonna do it. Alright, it should be GG then. He doesn't even have 2 blockers. Even if you have Fire Blast, yeah, we're fine. Can't say I feel great about my burn matchup. It feels like I steal it every time it happens, to be honest. Oop, that's the limited RCQ. I am available tomorrow, probably. But not on Sunday. The problem with this met list specifically is our blue terror matchup is kind of abysmal. I'm not sure if I can make it less abysmal. I guess the blue variant is a little bit better. The terror. Yeah, we'll keep this. I'll cycle one and then turn one in case I do draw crop rotation. Oh my god, 4 out of 5 burn decks. Alright. Welcome to Pauper. Oh, if we hit Tron, this hand's great. I think we're already dead. Alright, what else you got? Pass? Well, this sucks. Like, I've got Prohibit Moment's Peace against any other deck that's actually kind of awesome. But against Burn, I'm just dead. This is why I kind of hate Flickertron right now. You're not good enough at fighting the board to not run Moment's Peace, and then the second you run Moment's Peace, Burn just eats you alive. I will gain 2 life with Moment's Peace. For all that it matters. Yeah. Well, I might as well play it out. We'll see how it goes. Maybe I hit a forest off the top of our library. Flashback. Owen's Piece. I'm just gonna continue. Alright. We lose. Like, I just have to get so lucky to win. It's not even like my draws are terrible. I think that was a very reasonable Tron draw, and I just got absolutely demolished. How did I board last time? Do that, then the fogs? Yeah, that was it. It was a super, super reasonable draw. It wasn't the nutty fast Tron draw, but it had the fogs, it had the General Sense to continue hitting my land drops, it had the counter spell, it had the Ghostly Flicker to draw 2 cards with 2 prisms. Like, I don't know, hard to ask for better than that, right? Dude lined up so poorly against Burn that, and Burn is the #1 played deck in the format by quite a lot. Really good, and it's really fast at leagues. Especially with the showcase being this weekend, everyone's getting in their Burn reps so they can all play Burn and go 50% win rate in the showcase. Maybe I go back to the blue variant in this. Or go back to a build without Founder Inspector. Which means you can't be on Rumble. If you're on Rumble, you're just gonna die to Graveyard Hate. Hydroblast, Prohibit, Rumble. Gonna keep this despite the clearly awkward mana base. 2 of 2 tap lands, 0 Tron lands, but I think both Hydroblast and Prohibit are great, and then Rumble and Refractor. I think it's better than an awkward Tron 6 land. I Hydroblast pretty aggressively if he lets me. A good burn player wouldn't, though. And then we have to Rumble for a third land if I don't find one. Oh wow, he's letting me. That's... Thank you. Alright. Get Tron next turn. The only reason he does is if he plays Gutter Snipe this turn, that line makes a lot more sense. If he doesn't, it's just odd. Scrapwork Mutt. Alright. Are you gonna use your blood token to guarantee the snacker this turn? Looks like it. I think that's better than playing Muldrifter right here. Well, is it Muldrifter while my opponent can't Pyroblast? It is probably great. Well, I'm still at a safe life total as well and have Prohibit. I'm actually just gonna tap out. I think I'm at a safe life total to do something like this. Get my cards in while my opponent has no Pyroblast. And then next turn I can just go Generous and hold up Prohibit. I'll block the Mutt. It can only come back once. Demonic Wall would be a pretty crazy draw. Because it gets back that Weather the Storm in my graveyard. I could get a really big storm with this crop rotation double artifact. I think what we're gonna do is crop rotate anyways. Play Prophetic Prism. I think I'm still just gonna Generous Ent this turn and gain some life and hold up Prohibit. And then next turn I've got Late to Dinner on a Muldrifter. I think this turn I block an Epicure, prevent chip damage. It's pretty clear he's going to go for reanimating his guys, and I'm just going to gain the life now that he's tapped low enough. I don't need to kick Prohibit. No, I'm just going to Late to Dinner first. I'll worry about that. Okay, okay. Go Wall. Grab, where are you? Weather the Storm. Refractor. Weather for 12. And I will attack for 5. No changes. I think this is my best chance to have a good post-board game. I'm glad that I have more time to play Pauper this week than I originally thought. I do still really like Pauper. Even though I played against 4 red decks out of 5. Kind of ridiculous. I'm not really sure what to do to make the... I guess the Teachings variants, the slower builds, are slightly better against Burn just because they've got Teachings for Weather the Storm. Well, neither feels all that great into Burn, if I'm being honest. It's slower, but it does have the Hydroblast, which is pretty key, and it has Rumble to find more Tron lands and the artifacts. Like, this is a reasonable hand. Let's go Rumble. That's a little unfortunate, but yeah. What I hit. Hoping my opponent just plays Gutter Snipe and says go. Because then I can play Bonder's Ornament and Hydroblast it. I think I still play Ornament out. Like, I'm not doing anything else, so. Pass the turn. I've got Hydroblast up. Hardcast Fiery Temper at my face. Yeah, we're not Hydroblasting that. Means his hand is about as bad as mine. Feels pretty unlikely I win the game at this rate. I'm gonna need some real good draws. What the fuck is that? Why would you bring that in a Hydroblast matchup? What are you doing? Yeah, that's better than just hard casting it here. We untap, I like my chances now. I don't know if I'll untap. I am at 11 life. Triple tower is something. I don't think that belongs in mono red burn. Say it a million times when I play against aggro players with strange sideboard plans. Just kill me faster. You can have whatever value plan you want, but do you know what works better? You're not going to win the long game. Lightning bolt my face more. Kill me on turn 4. Don't let me get going. Because once I do, whatever weird crap you've cooked up isn't going to work. I mean, I could still be dead. He could just lightning bolt me twice. Okay. Fire blast. Yeah, there's the fire blast. I kind of dig going for it here while I'm tapped out. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, that'll do it. Burn, everybody. Spending your turn 4 giving your opponent a free time walk doesn't matter when they whiff on Tron and gain 0 life. Let me pull up the list here. Tron. So clearly our burn matchup is not that great, as we have witnessed. I don't know what I can do to improve it. I don't think there really is a whole lot I can do to improve it. I was kind of banking on late to the Energetic combo being good enough. It's not, because you need natural Tron, and you're just not going to get natural Tron that often in this list. This is more of a turn 5 Tron deck. Yeah. Didn't really get to see a whole lot else. Didn't get to test as much as I want, but it's so bad into burn that I have zero desire to continue it into leagues. I just despise playing against burn with a deck that's soft to it. Especially in leagues where there's even more than usual. It's just not fun. I hate burn. I hate losing to burn even more than I hate burn. So probably the last you'll see of this deck for a while, at least until it's less red out there. I might cook up something that's a little better into burn. We'll see. I have zero idea what. I mean, my next video is probably just going to be the challenge. Unless I like O2 drop it, which has happened. I did O2 drop the Sunday challenge last week. I got Storm into Mono Blue Terror, and I just got stomped when I was on Eggtron. It was not pretty. Which I do need to learn how to play Storm at one of these days, but not today. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video.